this tutorial we're going to be learning how to crochet a basic granny square. This is a tutorial for complete beginners, so you don't need any prior crochet knowledge to make this granny square. I'm going to take you through everything step by step, so let's get started. There are lots of ways to hold your yarn and hook. I'm going to show you the way that works best for me. Feel free to hold your yarn and hook differently if it's more comfortable for you. So I like to hold my crochet hook like I would a knife, like this. I'm not holding tightly, my grip is fairly loose. And then for my yarn, I've got the cut end of my yarn here, and I'm going to grab it with this hand. I'm going to hold it with my ring and little finger. And this grip shouldn't be too tight, the yarn should be able to run through your fingers. Next, take the yarn and bring it up over the top of your first finger and pinch the yarn with your thumb and middle finger. There should be some tension on this yarn here. This is called our working yarn. We now need to get our first loop of yarn onto our crochet hook, and to do that we use something called a slip knot. Again, there are loads of ways to make a slip knot, but this is the way that I think is easiest for beginners. So take your crochet hook and put it to one side of your working yarn and pull out, letting a little bit of yarn run through your fingers. Now rotate your crochet hook 360 degrees, making this twist. This is what we're using instead of a slip knot. Your yarn end down here where the yarn has been cut, this end needs to be at least 5 or 6 inches because we're going to secure it later with a needle. So now we've got this twist here, pinch it with your thumb and middle finger to keep it in place. We're now ready to learn our first crochet stitch. So the first crochet stitch we're going to learn is called a chain stitch, and as we make this chain stitch, let a little bit of yarn run through your fingers. So to make a chain stitch, take your crochet hook and put it behind your yarn like this. So I'll show you again. So I'm taking my hook and I'm putting it this way and then behind my yarn. This is called a yarn over. Don't do this, that's not a yarn over. A yarn over is specifically when we do this in that direction. So we're now going to pull this yarn over through the slip knot loop that we have on our hook. And to do this, we need to make sure that we're letting a little bit of yarn run through our fingers, and as I bring my crochet hook down, I rotate it slightly like this to catch that yarn over. So I'm pulling it down, rotating it, and I'm going to pull it through the loop of yarn on my hook. So that there was our first chain stitch. So well done, you just made your first ever crochet stitch, and that officially makes you a crocheter now. So we're now going to make 3 more chain stitches. So I'm going to yarn over, pull my hook down, catching the yarn, rotating it slightly and pulling it through. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. So we've now made 1, 2, 3, 4 chains, and we're going to turn these chains into a ring that will form the centre of our granny square. So take your crochet hook and put it into the first chain. So my hook is going there, in that space there, like that. Then yarn over, and we're going to pull that yarn over through that chain we just put our hook into and the loop on our hook. So let's work it together. So yarn over, pull my hook down and rotate it slightly, pull it through the chain, then through the loop on your hook. So that right there was a slip stitch, and that was the second crochet stitch you just learned. So we've now got what looks like a big knot of yarn here, but it's actually a ring that we can crochet into. So if I pull this about a little bit, give it a stretch, you should be able to find a hole at the centre of our ring of chains that we're going to be crocheting round 1 into. And before we jump into round 1, just a quick note, this yarn tail that's dangling, just ignore it until we've finished our granny square, and at that point we're going to weave our end in. So to start round 1, we're going to make 3 chains. yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. 1, 2, 3. We've made 3 chains. So we're now going to learn one of the most basic crochet stitches, and that is a double crochet. So let's work it through step by step together. Yarn over, and now put your hook into that space at the centre of the ring, and you might need to give it a bit of a stretch again to find it. So I've yarned over and I'm going to put my hook into the chain ring, yarn over and pull up a loop. You should now have 3 loops on your crochet hook. Yarn over and pull through just 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. So that is a double crochet, and that's the main stitch that makes up our granny squares. So to make another double crochet, we'll work it through together again. Yarn over, put your hook into the ring, yarn over, pull up a loop. You should now have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So we've now made 1, 2 double crochets and a chain of 3. So in crochet we start our rows or rounds with a chain to make sure our yarn and our loop of yarn is at the top of the stitch. Crochet stitches are worked from the top. So every row or round you usually start with something called a starting chain, and with double crochet this starting chain, so this chain 3 here, we're going to, from this point forwards, pretend that it's another double crochet. So if we're counting this as a stitch, I've now made 3 double crochets into the ring, and our granny squares are made up of groups of 3 double crochets. So let's move on to the next step. We're going to make 2 chains to form the corner of our square. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. There's 2 chains. That's going to make something called a corner space. We're now going to make a group of 3 double crochets into the chain ring here. Yarn over, put your hook into the chain ring, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's another double crochet into the ring. And again 2 more times. Yarn over, put your hook into the ring, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and again yarn over, put your hook into the ring, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So we've now made 1, 2, 3 double crochets, and we've actually made our way halfway around the first round of our square. Next we're going to make a corner space of 2 chains, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Now 3 more double crochets into the chain ring. Yarn over, put your hook into the ring, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, put your hook into the ring, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, put your hook into the ring, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So I've run out of space here to crochet, so I'm going to pull my stitches around. So with my first finger and my thumb, I'm just going to pull these stitches around the ring a bit to make sure we've got space to do the final side of our square. So we're now going to make another corner space, chain 2, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. There's 2 chains. Next we're going to do 3 more double crochets into the ring. Yarn over, put your hook into the ring, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and again yarn over, put your hook into the ring, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, put your hook into the ring, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, So your piece of crochet should now look a little bit like a square. So these corner spaces are our corners, and those groups of 3 double crochet make up the sides of our square. So up until this point, for our corner spaces, we've done 2 chains. For the final corner space of every round of your granny square, we're actually going to do 1 chain and then a stitch called a single crochet. So I'll show you what that looks like. So first make 1 chain, yarn over, pull through. Then we're going to make a single crochet into the top of this starting chain. So we started our round with a chain of 3. Into the 3rd chain at the top there, we're going to make a single crochet. So I'm going to put my hook in there. I'm just going to go through that chain. So I'll just zoom in a bit so you can see. So I've gone in there. We're going to make a stitch called a single crochet. So yarn over and pull that yarn over through the chain only. You should now have 2 loops on your crochet hook. Then yarn over and pull through 2. So that was a single crochet stitch. So far in this tutorial, you've done the first round of a granny square and you've learned 4 new crochet stitches. So well done you, that's quite a lot to learn in a short period of time. We're now ready to start round 2. So we're going to start round 2 just like we started round 1, and that's with a chain 3 that we're going to pretend is a double crochet. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. 1, 2, 3, there's 3 chains. Now with granny squares, I recommend turning your crochet over and working from the back at the end of every round. So this is the front of our crochet, and if I turn my square over, you can see this is a little bit more bumpy and this is the back of our crochet. So what we're going to do now is we're going to flip our square over. So I'm going to take my square, my chain is up here, and I'm just going to flip it like this. So watch that again. So there's my square, I'm going to flip it so I'm looking at the back of my crochet. So now we're ready to do our next double crochet stitch for round 2. So yarn over, now we're going to put our hook into the corner space. So if I pull on my crochet here, there is a space there between our groups of 3 double crochet, and these are chain 2 corners. So into that space there, we're going to work a double crochet. So we already yarned over, but we'll yarn over again. So yarn over, put your hook into the corner space, yarn over, pull a loop through that space there like that. I've now got 3 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So there's a double crochet. We're going to make 1 more double crochet into the same space. So yarn over, put your hook into the space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So if we include our starting chain as a double crochet, I've now made 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to move across into this next corner space. With granny squares, we don't work into the stitches, we work into the spaces always. So we're going to work 3 double crochets into this space here. Yarn over, and then I'm skipping along all of these stitches, and into this space I'm going to make a double crochet. So yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and again yarn over, put your hook into the space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, put your hook into the space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So there is 1, 2, 3 double crochets all made into this corner space. So next we're going to make a corner space. So work 2 chains, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and then we're going to work 3 double crochets back into this same space. So we're not moving on to the next space, we're working back into this same space. So yarn over, put your hook into the same corner space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, put your hook into the space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, put your hook into the space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So hopefully you've got the hang of those double crochet stitches now, so I'm going to stop saying all the yarn overs and pull throughs from this point forwards. So what we've made into this corner space is 1, 2, 3 double crochets, 2 chains and then 3 double crochets. This here is called a corner group. We're going to make a corner group into every corner around. So let's do that together. So we're going to work 3 double crochets into the next space. So there's my first double crochet and my second double crochet and my third double crochet. So there's a group of 3 double crochets. We're now at the corner, so chain 2, 1, 2, then 3 more double crochets back into the same corner space. So there's 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, and 3 double crochets. So we've now made 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets into this corner space. So we're going to move on to our next corner space and make 3 more double crochets into it. So that's 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets and 3 double crochets. Next, a corner space. So chain 2, 1, 2, then 3 more double crochets back into that same corner space. So that's 1, 2, 3 double crochets. So if we have a look at our square now, we've almost made it around the square. We've got a corner here, and a corner up here. So if I look at my next corner space, it's actually the same one that we did our starting chain in. We've already done the second group of 3 double crochet of this corner group. So we're going to make 3 double crochets into that corner space just there. So there. I'm going to make 3 double crochets. So that's 2 and my third double crochet. Oh, my arms being a bit keen. So there's my corner, and I've got one group of 3 double crochet here, and I've just made the other group of 3 double crochet. We're going to finish off our round just like we did in round 1 with a chain 1 and then a single crochet in the top of the starting chain. So let's work that together. So I'm going to do 1 chain, and then because we've only done a single crochet once, I'll take you through it slowly step by step. So without doing a yarn over, put your crochet hook into the top of the chain. So here's our starting chain. My hook is going in there, just there. I'm going to do a single crochet. So yarn over, pull up a loop. You should now have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through both of those loops. Again, we're going to count that single crochet as the second chain of our chain 2 corner. We're going to pretend it's a chain. So we're now ready to do the third and final round of our granny square. Start with a chain of 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to flip our square over again. We flip our square over at the beginning of every round. I won't explain too much why, but it helps keep our granny square nice and straight. So I've flipped my square over, and here is my chain 3, and I've got a corner space here waiting for my first few stitches. So I'm going to make a double crochet into that corner space there. And another double crochet into the same space. So if we're counting this chain 3 as our first stitch, I've made 1, 2, 3 double crochets into this corner space here. So on our last round, when we moved across those 3 double crochets, the next space was a corner space. But in this round, we've got a space between our corner spaces. So when this happens, we're going to work 3 double crochets into it. So I'm making my next double crochet, so I'm skip, 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 and I'm making it in that space there to make a double crochet. And I'm going to make 2 more double crochets into the same space. Our granny squares are made up of groups of 3 double crochets. So there's my 3 double crochets into that space along the side of the square. So we're now going to skip ahead to the next corner space. So I'm going to skip, 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 and in this corner space I'm going to make the same corner group that we made in round 2, and that was 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. So I'm going to make a double crochet into that corner space there. That's my first double crochet, and my second double crochet, and a third double crochet. So there are those 3 double crochets, the first group of 3 double crochets for our corner group. We are now at the corner, so chain 2, 1, 2, then 3 more double crochets into that same space. So 1, 2, and 3. We're now going to skip the next 3 stitches, so skip, 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 and into this space here we're going to work 3 double crochets. So I'm putting my hook in there to make 3 double crochets. That's 1 double crochet and 2 double crochets and my third. Oh, caught that yarn then. There's 3 double crochets. Then if we skip the next 3 stitches, the next space is a corner space, so we're going to make a corner group into it. So 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, then 3 more double crochets back into that same corner space. So 1, 2, 3. Then skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and 3 double crochet into the space along the side of the square. So this space here, we're making just 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3. So if we skip over these 3 stitches, our next space is a chain 2 corner space. We're going to make a corner group into it. So 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, then a corner space, so chain 2, 1, 2. Next, work 3 double crochets back into the same space to finish off the corner group. So there's 1 double crochet, and that's my third double crochet. Then skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and into the next space here work 3 more double crochets. So 1, 2, and 3. So if we look, our next space is where we started the round, and we've already got 3 double crochets in there, so we need to work 3 more double crochets to finish off the corner group here. So 1, 2, and 3. So at the end of round 1 and round 2 we did 1 chain and a single crochet. That's because we wanted to move up into the next round. We're actually going to be finishing our granny square here, so we're not going to be doing that single crochet. Instead, work 2 chains, 1, 2, and then into the top of this starting chain work a slip stitch. So I'm going to put my hook into this chain here, and we're going to work a slip stitch. We did do one right at the beginning of the tutorial, so yarn over and pull that yarn over through the chain and then through the loop on your hook. So we now need to fasten off our yarn end. To do that, make 1 chain and cut your yarn tail to about 5 or 6 inches. Then use your crochet hook to pull that yarn end through that chain there, and then pull on your yarn end gently, and that creates a kind of knot to fasten off. So give your granny square a pull in the 4 corners just to make sure we're definitely a square shape, and that's how you crochet a basic granny square. You're probably wondering, what do we do with these yarn ends? Well, we thread them onto a large needle like this and weave them in, and I have a whole tutorial about how to weave ends into granny squares that I will link here, and I'll also pop a playlist over here for more granny square patterns and also ways to crochet and sew your granny squares together into a project. I hope that I will see you again in another Meema Makes tutorial.